That's right. The swing states really shifted towards at least towards Harris. So now it's really a statistical tie in basically all the key swing states. So that's an important sign, obviously, to show the race has changed and sort of reopens the ability for the Democrats to compete in a couple of states that had started to look out of reach, including Arizona and Nevada. To me, the most interesting element of that poll is the numbers of people, and particularly blacks and women and young Americans, saying that they're now more likely to vote with Harris in the race. It's quite significant. A lot of people saying they're much more likely to vote, and we all know from watching these races before that turnout is an enormous part of this. And this is something where the Democrats had been very worried that Biden was really dragging them down just on that enthusiasm, that idea of getting people out to vote. So seeing the likelihood of voting going up is going to be something that really buoys Democrats as they try to avoid a wipeout in November.
And you see this shift really in the kind of momentum that Harris is bringing, not in what Biden was necessarily targeting before the Biden campaign of places like Pennsylvania. It's now these Sun Belt states, places like Arizona. Does that change potentially who Harris could pick as her vice president?
Yeah, I mean, I think she still obviously wants to win those states up in the Midwest. So Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan are still, sort of the easiest path. But now she gets to compete in 2 or 3 other places as well. So I think she still probably is most likely, if thinking about the electoral side or sort of the electoral map, get a swing state governor. Those northern states are still the ones that sort of make the most sense for her. But obviously, but now these other states are back in play in a way they were out of reach before. And that means that Trump is going to have to compete harder in those states. So instead of, looking at Virginia and other states to expand his map, he now has to try to basically fight a rearguard action to keep the states that he had thought would be an easier path for him.
Never a dull moment.